Hi everyone, welcome to my knitting journal. My name is Chelsea and this is episode 14 of my knitting journal. You can find me on YouTube at Chelseafknits and same for Ravelry and for Instagram, Chelseafknits. This is just really my little place that I like to journal all the projects I've been working on. A little bit more about me since I haven't posted a video in about a month. I live in the city of Philadelphia. I've been knitting for about 10 years and I have two kids, a 5-year-old, so he just started kindergarten, and a 2-year-old. My 2-year-old still naps, so that's super nice. So I have like 3 hours now in the afternoon where I can work on my knitting projects and not feel guilty, let's say, since my son's at school during that time. So hopefully my daughter keeps napping and I still have that time. So like I said, I haven't really posted anything in about a month. Just busy finishing up summer, getting ready for school for my son. And I do actually have a lot of work in progress whips to show you, along with like the yarn I bought to work with them and a couple finished projects. So I'll show you finished projects first. So the first one I'm wearing, I'll take it off so I can show a little bit more details. This is my brioche bandana cowl. The pattern is by Lavania Patricelli. I think most people know Lavania though, if you look. And brioche bandana cowl. I'll link it down below the pattern where you can find it on Ravelry. So it's my first brioche, and I think it came out good. And the cool thing about brioche is that it's kind of reversible, I could say. Like, I feel like I could wear this either way and it looks good. It definitely, so you start going around, you start going in a circle and then you just switch to going back and forth. And the first time I did it, I messed up my brioche pattern and I had to start over. I think I did them on size 2 or 3s, and with fingering weight yarn. The yarn that I used for this was by Wonderland Yarns, Cheshire Cat, and it was like her May and June colorways. So I almost wish that I had done better contrast, because it was hand-dyed yarn and the purple had a lot of green in it and the green had a lot of purple in it. So you can see, like, on this side, I feel like that green really pops out and you can see the purple in the background. But on the other side, sorry, I feel like my face looks all sweaty. On the other side, I don't know, I feel like you can't see the green as much. So I think next time I would have done something that the contrast was a little bit stronger. So like a light with a hot pink, or I mean like a dark and a bright color. But like, you do want them to cross over, I think, a little bit, the colors. So I've been wearing it. I mean, it's just almost kind of cold some days to wear it. But I do think this is like a nice fall piece. It's pretty light, and I think it's a good piece to wear as it's starting to get a little bit cold. But I do like how it turned out. I think she has 2 sizes. I think I knit it in the smaller size, but I would be interested to try like the next size up if I ever make one of these again. And I had a lot of yarn left over. I need to get a scale. That's on my list, because I need to be able to weigh my yarn so I can know how much yarn I used. And if I really, because like looking at it, I'm like, I don't think I have enough. But with fingering weight, it really does go a long way. So I bet I would have enough, because I thought about making one for my sister-in-law, for my mom or something. So a scale to weigh my yarn is definitely on my knitting wish list. Okay, the other thing I have, I think I can show you it and talk about it a little bit. I did get to do a test knit for Suzanne's summer, and it's not actually coming out anytime soon. So I don't want to like give it away. And I think she was gonna have it come out like this month, or September. Now it's October. It's October 2nd today. So she was gonna have it come out in September, but I think she changed her mind because it's knit with cotton yarn. So I think she's gonna have it come out in the spring instead. You can check out my Ravelry page. I'll show it because I mean it's on my Ravelry page, but the pattern's not available yet. And I was excited. It was my first time doing a test knit. I've really been wanting to do more test knits just to like get my name out there a little bit more as a knitter, and also, I mean, not that that's so important, but also just to like, I feel like when I do a test knit, I'm like really improving my skills as a knitter, trying new things, and maybe a pattern I wouldn't pick necessarily for myself, but just learning more technique, and also like seeing how good my skills really are. So let me take this off and I can show you. And again, if you check my Ravelry page at Chelseafknits, you can see this project because I did post it. It's called a summer coat. So it's knit with a cotton yarn, and the yarn is from We Are Knitters, and it's their, I'll link below. I think it's called like, oh, what was it called? I didn't look that up. We Are Knitters cotton, Pima cotton. So it's really soft and it's really nice. I use a teal, the pattern's knit like marled, so 2 colors knit together. A teal, and this one was called pearl gray. I wish it was more gray. It's more of a cream. And I feel like the picture on We Were Knitters, I didn't realize how tan it was. And then I did bubblegum, so like a hot pink. It looks really hot in this pink in this video, but I don't think, I mean, it is hot pink. Here, let me show you it. So it's a cotton sleeveless, well, yeah, pretty much sleeveless coat. Has a garter. You could do welts. I think next time if I knit this ever again, I would do welts. Border, and then a border all around. It kind of goes over my butt, I would say, and then it has these little pockets. I'm not exactly sure. That was one part of the pattern I was kind of confused about. Like, I just sewed up the sleeves, or I mean up the sides of the pockets. And it's cotton yarn, so you don't have to block it. So that was kind of nice. So you just like knit it and then you can wear it. But I would say for me to gauge what she said on her pattern, I had to go a lot smaller needles. And the other thing about knitting of cotton is that like it's heavy. I think wool is sturdier, cotton is soft, and I feel like it kind of hangs. So if you get this pattern, if you knit with cotton, I think just keep that in mind. Especially something longer like this sweater, like it just, I feel like it stretches. Anyway, and I think I knit this extra small size and I went down a couple needle sizes. But it's really fun to wear. I actually think, I mean, I know it's knit in cotton, so it's not like it's gonna be super warm, but I actually think it would look really cute with like a long sleeve shirt, or like a jean shirt, or like over jeans in a, I kind of like dark jeans with a light jean shirt, and then I like jean on jean, but 2 different like contrasting jean colors. I think this would look really good because it is kind of a lot of color, like this hot pink. So like finding the right color shirt to wear under it, I still haven't figured that out. I think a jean would look cool, like maybe something with a collar. So that was my first test knit. I will say it was a pretty simple pattern. But I think me figuring out my gauge was tricky. So once I figured that out, it was easy, but like I went a long time on that one where my gauge was way off, and it was just turning out, I was like, this is gonna be huge. And so I'm glad I took the time, and it's one thing I'm trying to really work on as a knitter, is like taking the time to like check my gauge and taking the time to rip it out if it's not going well. Just because it's not really worth my time or my money. You know, for test knits, usually you get the pattern for free, but you still have to buy the yarn. And I got this yarn, it actually was on sale, so that was nice when I got the test knit. Anyway, so again, I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. The border is just like knit and then a I-cord. So I think I will get some use out of this, but the pattern, like I said, it won't be available to this spring. So I think I'll keep going on works in progress. I'll just grab one, and I have 1, 2, I have 4, which, guys, it's kind of stressing me out, but I'm trying to be okay with it too, because I've had a couple things come up and that's why I'm knitting them. Like here. So I have 2 things. While we're talking about test knits, I'll show you my next, I found another test knit, and I probably won't, so how I've been able to find test knits is just by following different knitters who sell patterns, and like lots of these people sell patterns like as like a job, like this is what they're doing. They are spending their days knitting and making patterns and designs, and they have someone test knit, so that means that I try their pattern out and let them know, you know, how it was for me or anything that was confusing to me, and then eventually, and they usually tell you when they want it by, and then usually once that date's pretty close to when they want to release the pattern. And then too, it's like for people who are buying the pattern, they can see lots of like, you know, not just that one knitters, because usually if the designer just usually knits one of them, and then they do math to make all the other sizes, if that makes any sense. So so my next test knit, and like I said, I think I'm going to take a little bit of break, because the other thing for test knits is I usually end up having to buy yarn, and I just have been buying too much yarn. I need to budget a little bit better. So this one is called Angel in My Pocket. So you can't find it on Ravelry because it's not out yet. Like I said, it's a test knit. So you can't find it on Ravelry, but the designer is Melissa Kemmerer, Kemmerer Designs, and she has a lot of sweaters of like sheep yokes. I haven't done any of those yet, but they're on my Ravelry queue. And so this is one, the test knit I'm doing is just like a simple sweater, and has a little pocket, and I think inside the pocket you can, like, there's a design. So the story behind her sweater is that she lost her daughter, I think like 5 or more years ago. So this is kind of a memory of her daughter that she passed away. And I think there'll be more. I think this pattern will probably come out the end of November. So this is as far as I've gotten. I just started casting on, you guys. So like I needed size 4 needles for the body, and then size 3 for the edge, just like the bottom edge. But I got these knitting needles. I'm ripping this out as I speak, because I want to show you. I got these. So I have nicer needles. Like I have these stainless steel ones. I'm not sure the brand. These are my size 4s. No, they're nice. They're really smooth. I'm like, oh, I just need 3s. And I was at Michael's the other day, so I bought a pair of Michael's knitting needles in size 3. First of all, my first complaint is like this plastic in between here is so stiff. Like, just look at that. Like, you know, like it's twisted from when it was in. And then my biggest complaint, and I can't use these. I don't know if I'll throw them away. So on right here, where it's like attached, like this part right here where it connects from the needle to the plastic, there's like this little ridge. So every time I cast on my stitches, and I'll tell you about this yarn, but this is like has alpaca in it, and it's super soft. It just gets stuck in there, and it's fingering weight yarn. I mean, it's small. It's on size 3 needles, and it just keeps getting stuck. And I'm like, I can't knit like this. Like I can't even cast on my stitches. And so I tried casting on my stitches like really loose. Like, oh, if I cast them on really loose, but I mean, so I ordered new needles. I think they should. I just ordered some on Amazon. I think they should be here tomorrow. And they were like 10 bucks. They look much better than these. These were like super cheap. I got them like, you know, with one of those Michael coupons. So I don't know what I should do. If I should just throw them away. I tried even like putting tape around that little thing, because it was like Saturday night really late. And I'm like, I just want to cast this on and knit a little bit of it. Anyway, don't think it's gonna work. Not super, super happy about these. But I love this yarn. I have most of them rolled up in balls. It's Blue Skin hand-dyed yarns. And she has kits up. So if you like choose what size sweater that you want to knit, when this pattern's released, there'll be this dyer, Blue Skin. She just sells on Etsy. I'll put a link down below. This is her Emily Star Base. It's 3-ply fingering weight. It's 70, 20, 10. So baby alpaca 70, silk 20, and cashmere 10. Super soft, and there's 370 yards, 100 grams. In the color, so she has all these colors listed in her kits. Like she has a gray, a red, a purple, and a blue, like a blue like cobalt. But then she has other colors that she sells in her shop, and there's when you go to her Etsy shop and you click the yarn for this pattern, like the kit for the pattern, you can choose other. And if you look in her Etsy shop, she has like not a ton of other colors, but she has some other colors, and this is one of her other colors. I just really loved it. It's called The One Road. Isn't that pretty? I'm hoping it's not too light. But see that alpaca? Like, see the fuzz? It's really soft. So that's why I need nice needles. not those crappy Michaels. So that's my lesson learned. So here's my yarn. So it's not so much a work in progress quite yet, but it will be hopefully by tomorrow. That's probably number one. Sorry, my phone. So that's probably number one on my list once I get new needles, is to really work on that, because it's one of my first, I have another sweater, but I haven't really done a lot of sweaters, so that's one of my first bigger sweaters, and I want to make sure, especially since it's a test knit, that I give it a lot of time in case I need to go back and start over. My next project is my So Faded sweater, because I haven't touched this in forever. I feel like it's been forever. So I got about this far. Oh, it looks pretty. So it's like a dark blue and brown, and then purple, and then this orangey pink. So I did my sleeves, and they're on like extra yarn right now. Here's my sleeves, and like the garter pattern. Not sure which one's the front or the back at this moment. I did have to start over on this sweater. See, I'm really learning, like, just have to go back. So now I'm just knitting the body, just straight stockinette. And I still can't decide exactly what I'm going to do for this pattern, because you can make it long, you can make it cropped, you can make it short sleeve, like stopping over your elbows, stopping 3/4 long. I think I'm going to go for long 3/4 sleeves, like right here, and then like a regular size, like to my waist. I think that's what I'm going to do. So I mean, I just have one more color. I think I could add a 5th color if I needed to. But for right now, I just have these 3, and I have a lot, you know. I've been a little bit nervous because I need this blue to go around the collar for the neck, and then sleeves, and then this is sleeves, and then I'm still knitting the body of this color. But I think I have enough. That's why I really need a scale, so I can start measuring and making better estimates of when I should change colors. But so far it's going well, and I really love the pattern. It's very straightforward, and like the fading is really fun. So that's my So Faded, and I'll show you my other things. My other things are more like, so that test knit it's number 1 on my list. This is probably last on my list, honestly, of my works in progress, just because the other things I'm knitting for people. So I'll show you this one. I've showed you a lot of these blankets that I've knit, my heart-shaped baby blankets. So I have another, like the last baby shower probably for a while coming up. So I'm just doing a gray with a purple heart. And I'll show you the yarn that I use. I've shown this a million times, but I use the heart pixelated pattern on Ravelry, and this is the yarn I use. Knit Picks Mighty Stitch Super Bulky, and this is eggplant, and then I think the gray that I use is silver. That's a pretty color combo. I haven't done a lot of purple, so I wanted to change it up. And really fun. I think I usually need about 5 of the background color, and then probably two of the main color. And if you order on Knit Picks, if you spend $50, you get free shipping. So, and I use size 13 needles. It's fun. It's like, it's acrylic. It's super wash wool, 20%. Oh, I didn't know that. And 80% acrylic. So it's really soft, and it's also machine washable. And I've knit these a lot. Hopefully my friends are using them. I mean, it's been summer, so I don't know how much I use it. It's not a huge blanket, but I think it's big enough that I would use it to lay the baby on or to put over the baby at points. I think I would use it, so I'm hoping someone uses their blanket that I make them. The last thing I wanted, work in progress, hopefully I'm not going to put that down there, is a blanket. Okay, so I talked about that one. So the last one I'm making, my brother is getting married in December, and so far I have 3 brothers, and only 2 of them only one's married, and as a wedding present I knit them a blanket. And so I decided, like, you know, just like a one that would go on your couch, you know, you're not like you would sleep with it, but it's like a good size, bigger than a baby size blanket, but it's like a throw size. So the pattern I'm using is Color Study Blanket from pearlsoho.com, and it's knit on size 8 needles, and it's just like different blocks of color. So I'm not even finished with this row, but so far, like, so I'm on this long, so I'm just knitting back and forth garter stitch, and I'm using just back and forth, and so if you look at the pattern, there's just different, I'm going to just finish this row and show you. There's just different squares, and then so right now I'm knitting of 2 colors. So the light gray and the dark gray, and it's intarsia, so you have to like make sure to wrap the yarn around so you can, you know, have a blanket that's going to stay together. So that's all it looks like right now. Sorry, I should have finished this row so I could show you. So, but the yarn, I really like this yarn to make blankets with. Like if I knit my own children a baby blanket, this is the yarn I use. And when I made my brother and his wife one, this is the yarn I use. I really love Spud and Chloe's sweater. I think it makes really nice blankets. I think the yarn holds up really well. Maybe next time I'll show you my son's baby blanket. My mom knit it for him in the Spud and Chloe orange, it's an orange baby blanket in the Spud and Chloe sweater, and it's held up so well. He's 5, and I honestly, he didn't really use that one as like a baby blanket, but he uses it now on his bed. Sleeps with it, and he'll use it for other things just around the house. He'll play with it or have it. So he didn't use it like on a baby. When he was a baby, he wasn't his favorite blanket. He didn't really love anything like that. He loved his bottle, but he didn't really love blankets or pacifiers. My daughter has a blanket she likes, but it's not the one I knit her. But I just think this Spud and Chloe sweater really knits nicely, and it's sturdy. It's let's see, super wash. That's probably the best thing too, because you could wash it. It says for best results, wash gently in cool water of mild soap. So I've never actually put mine in the washing machine, but I guess you could. I know, I guess they don't want you to wash it in the washing machine. Tumble dry until damp. Block back to shape. So yeah, it's a really nice yarn though. And for my Spud and Chloe, so let's see, so it's worsted weight. So I'm knitting on size 8 needles. It's 55% superwash wool and 45% organic cotton. So I'm knitting on size 8 needles. So I'm doing it more neutral colors for them. I asked like his fiance like what colors she likes for her house, and I think like gray and blue are kind of her things. I kind of wish I hadn't gotten this color, but I did. So these are my colors. So this is like a really dark navy blue. This is like a dark gray and a light gray, and then and a tan. So I think for the pattern, I have to use, these are like the biggest colors. So there's 3 of these. I need 3 skeins of these and 3 skeins of the navy blue, 2 skeins of this one, and then only 1 of this. So hopefully, since it's only 1, but now that I have it, I'm like, I don't know if it looks good. It would have been pretty to have like a light blue or something. Anyway, I guess I could, if I end up needing to order more yarn before I use this, I might switch this out for a different color and then make this, I don't know, into a hat or something. So, what's my point? So I really like this yarn. If you need a blanket, this is a good blanket yarn. Also, I really love Pearl Soho. If you haven't checked out their website to look for patterns, that's a fun place to check. So this is probably my number 2 knit, because they're getting married in December. And I mean, I've been knitting on it for a long time, and like I'm only this many rows because it's pretty far back and forth. And so yeah, I need to put some time into that. And then that baby blanket, I'm not sure when the baby shower is. I know it's just soon. I really need some more project bags. I've just been using like my giant yarn bags that stuff gets shipped in too. Alright, so I'll show you one other purchase. This was more like an impulse buy. I was trying to like really get into test knitting, and so someone was doing a test knit, and this was the yarn they wanted to use for it. So I had put my name in to try to be on the test knit thing, but I didn't get it. But I'm not really sad, because I think I still might end up making it anyway. And these are the colors. Kind of fun. Yellow. I don't know if yellow is actually a good look for me, but I feel like these other colors. But it's really fun. It's called Nature's Luxury. I can't talk. I didn't wash my hair today. So hopefully you guys aren't disgusted by me in this video. naturesluxury.com. And this is, I think it was like, it's not made in the US. I don't know. This isn't even in English. But this is called Candy Speckles. So this was for a shawl, and this is like lace weight. I think it's lace weight, like it's lighter than fingering weight. And that's why I had a really hard time finding a yarn that I could use that was like a light fingering weight, not just regular fingering weight. So I don't know, maybe this will be something else. I actually just had another thought of what this could be. Because it's number 2, fine. Just, I think it's lighter than fingering. So like I thought the gray would look good with these colors, and then there's a lot of yellow and this pink, so I thought this yellow would look fun next to it. So maybe this, I wonder what this could be, if it could be a sweater. There's one sweater that I saw that people are knitting on a lace weight yarn. I don't know if this is exactly lace weight, but I feel like it's pretty close. So this will probably just go in my stash, and eventually I'll figure out what I'm going to make with it. I could make that shawl that I'm trying to do, or I could just hold on to it. I think also the nice thing about having a stash, if you're wanting to do test knits, is that when you see something, like lots of times the test knitters will, or the designers will say, show me what colors you would use. And so you have to, like, if you don't have the yarn, then you just, it's not as easy to show you what colors I would use because I don't have it. I have to go buy it. But am I really going to buy it before I know I'm going to be a test knitter? This is kind of that weird thing. But I think if you have a big stash of yarn, you can be like, oh, what weight yarn? And then go like, oh, it'd be really good in these colors. And you can just pull it out. My stash is not that big, just because, I mean, yarn costs money. And so I buy what I'm going to knit with to make a specific thing. Generally, I feel like lately I've been not so out of control, but I've just been buying more. But I think I generally do buy it so I can at least make something. So hopefully I'll be able to use that yarn soon. I want to talk a little bit about patterns that I've been queuing. And also like I think I'll have to add a picture. I've been trying to update my project page on Ravelry. On Ravelry. I think it's pretty updated. Sorry, trying to go to my queue. So some tests, some things that I want to knit that I've added. Who knows when I'll get to them. The Goldfish Bowl dress by Ashley Rayo, R-A-O. It's really cute. It's like a child-sized dress. So cute. I was looking for a dress. My daughter keeps saying she wants to be a princess for Halloween. I'm like, maybe I can knit her a dress. And if I do, that'll probably be my #1 project that I need to finish. There's also the Good Morning dress by Anna and Heidi Pickles. It's really cute. It's just like this fun, like, ridged dress. But if you've ever knit your daughter a princess dress, leave a comment below and let me know. There's this one called Fair Star dress. Fair, F-A-I-R, that fair. And I think it would be really cute as a princess dress. Just as flowy and it's cute. I'd have to find a shirt to go underneath it, but I actually really like it. So I've added a lot of patterns for my daughter because I was looking at dresses. But some other things, oh, merry-go-round dress by Anna, Heidi and Pickles is really cute. So some things for me though that I've added is the Funky Grandpa. Have you seen that sweater pattern? It's like a grandpa cardigan, but with like different colored stripes. I think that's really cute. Oh, that lace weight sweater I was telling you guys about was called Armory by Isabel Kramer. Armory, A-M-O-R-Y. And there was one more that was, I mean, if you're watching this, I'm sure you're like in it. I really love Sunset Highway. That is on my list. There's actually a bunch by Caitlin Hunter that I want to try. She also has Tegna. I don't know how you say that, Tegna. T-E-G-N-A. I really like that sweater. It's like a short sleeve sweater. Oh, and she also has the Swan Show. I think she has a thing too where if you like order so many patterns of hers off Ravelry, you can get like a discounted thing. So I think when I am ready to knit one of them, I'm just going to buy like 3 or 4, whatever her deal is. Let's go to her thing. Create Your Own Boyland Knitworks ebook. Buy 4 patterns and get your third least expensive free. So 4 for 3. Yeah, so definitely into her. I think she has a lot of cool, pretty designs. And Melissa Kemmerer, I don't know. Melissa, how do you say your name? I don't understand the last part of it. She has a lot of designs too that I really like. I really like those sheep ones. Like, what is one of hers called? Are You Knitting Me? But EWE. Kid You Not, but Kid EWE Not. KNOT. It's like a kid sweater with sheep on it. Anyway, let me know what you're knitting on. Let me know if you've ever knit a princess dress. I'd rather go for one that's like maybe doesn't have sleeves, so it just knits up a little bit faster. Let me know if you know a good lace weight sweater that I could fade. So fade with some solids. Okay, I'm actually thinking about that Armory one, wondering if I could fade that with some these solids. But I don't know if I have enough yarn. So anyway, or maybe I should just make another shawl. So thanks for joining me. This episode number 14, Chelsea F Knits on Instagram, on YouTube, on Ravelry. And again, I'm just a knitter. I love knitting. It's something I do every day. There was actually last Monday, I had help a week ago from today. Someone I went to church with was getting married, and so I spent all morning setting up for this wedding. Got my kids all home from school, fed them dinner, and then went again. So I was gone from like 9 and then home from 3 to 5 and then at the wedding till 11. I didn't knit at all that day. It was a little bit sad for me, but it's okay. Anyway, comment below, let me know your project. Hope you have a good day and hope you find some time to knit. Bye!